What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 3 battle for the BBL. Today we're facing off against the Brisbane Scythers, coached by Willy, in a game that is going to be a primal battle. Now, I am kind of sorry, this is on Showdown. We actually DC'd about 10 turns into the battle, and you're going to see why we couldn't really replay it. I'll explain why in the battle. There is a lot that happened, so it would have been pretty tough to make this actually replay on Showdown. On Wi-Fi even. And on Showdown, it took us even 20 minutes, I think, to just get this battle back to where it should be, which is crazy because that just shows how much there was going on in that first 10 turns of the game. But you're not here for an explanation, you're just here to watch the battle. So before we do that though, I just want you guys to let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite Primal Kyogre or Primal Groudon? Let me know, because I would love to hear what you guys think, whether it's design, shiny, stats, abilities, just the history that you have with it, whatever it is, I want to know. Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, let's get into this team recap, team preview. So to start off, my opponent has a team of Primal Kyogre, Zygarde, Klefki, Mega Charizard Y, Virizion, Raichu, Crobat, Behemoth, Cottony, and Golem. While we have a team of Primal Groudon, Tapu Bulu, Thundurus Eye, Bronzong, Umbreon, Frostlass, Golduck, which I made a transaction dropping, which I'll tell you guys about after, Hitmonlee, Mareanie, and Volbeat. Now, this is the third time in a row that we're facing off against a Ground Dragon. We played Garchomp week 1 against Leo, against Ben and his Austin Subats, we played against Zygarde Complete, and then against, obviously, Willy, we're playing against Zygarde. So hopefully we can just avoid these things. It's really forced me to run Hidden Power Ice on like everything that I have, which really sucks, but it is what it is. It's good prep on their part, good drafting on their part, and hopefully we can kind of play around it a bit and get the win against this Ground Dragon type for the first time this season. So anyways, let's just go ahead and jump into the team that we're bringing into this matchup. So to start off, I want to give a huge thank you to Jay, actually. Jay he was hugely important in the building of this week. I went out for my birthday, and he actually basically built the whole team. He had 6 mons together, pretty much EVs were all set, explanations for why he chose each thing, and I really appreciate it because I didn't have a lot of time, but at the same time, I trust his building, and his team was very similar to the playstyle that I wanted to play. Especially after I did a mock with it, I kind of made it my own a bit, and then I did some mocks and I felt super comfortable, so that was amazing. Anyways, let's just jump right into the team. So to start off, Bolt Beam just runs through his entire team. He's got three non-super effective Pokemon to it. He's got the Raichu, which is immune to electric but neutral to ice. He's got the Klefki, which is neutral to electric but resisting ice. And then he's got, I think it's, what is the last mod? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Is it the Behemoth? I think it's the Behemoth. Yeah, it's the Behemoth. Everything else is weak to Bolt Beam coverage. So that's very important to note. So we have a Choice Scarf Frostlass, Max Speed, Max Special Attack to Speed Tie the Raichu. We have Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Switcheroo, and Destiny Bond. Switcheroo is there to potentially swap my Scarf on something like the Klefki, something like the Golem, something like maybe the Zygarde, even if it's a setup variant. Even the Virizion could be a potential target this week. The only thing that I'm kind of worried about is Z moves and the Primal Kyogre, obviously. So it's a very good set this week. Destiny Bond is to catch a cheeky KO. If you guys saw our APA Week 3 battle, you guys will know I hate Destiny Bond. Hopefully I can make it work this season, but who knows. Anyways, our next mon is going to be our Primal Groudon, which I'm naming San Francisco. I just looked up right before the game what's a crazy big earthquake that happened, and San Francisco was the first one that popped up. So San Francisco, the Primal Groudon, I might change it, but who knows. It is Red Orb, obviously. We have Stealth Rock, Rock Tomb, Fire Punch, and Precipice Blaze. We have Max Speed, Jolly Nature to guarantee a speed tie at least, or outspeeding the Primal Kyogre. If he is modest, so be it. We might get 2 KO'd. I don't think we do, but we might get 2 KO'd by Ice Beam, and Precipice Blaze will get 2 KO back. But one of the very important things about this is, because of my attack investment, the specific amount that I have, we always OHKO a Primal Kyogre that is switching in on my Groudon, so I can go for a Rock Tomb. He'll be at -1 speed, then I'll guarantee outspeed him. I can go for Precipice Blades, and we always KO as long as he's got no bulk, or even like, I think I put 4 in defense. But just in case he's running a very offensive set, max special attack, max speed, I can run this set and just get a KO on him right away, which is very important because getting rid of that thing is huge for us. Moving on though, we have our Mareanie, which is our, in air quotes, Primal Kyogre answer. We have the Violite, we are Toxic Spikes, Icy Wind, Haze, and Recover. This original set had knockoff over Icy Wind, but I want to have Icy Wind to potentially get speed drops. I want to hit the Zygarde for some damage just in case I absolutely needed to. It hits the Crobat for damage as well. It's just, I felt like it was a better overall move than knockoff was in this matchup. But we have Toxic Spikes. It's very important in this game. He doesn't have a grounded poison type, and looking at the team he brought, it's very weak to Toxic Spikes, except for the Klefki, of course, which could use Defog with this priority. But again, I just need to poison the Zygarde and the Kyogre, and we should be fine. If I get just regular poison on them, we should be good. yeah, we have enough defense on this set with our HP investment to make sure that we are never dying to a Adamant Kyogre's max attack Earthquake. So just in case he's running a physically offensive set, we should live that hit, and the rest is put into our special defense to take it very well. This is our Kyogre kind of answer, and it's our Mega Charizard Y answer. We just completely wall Mega Charizard Y, which is amazing. Even if it runs Earthquake, I think we should be fine against it. Next up, though, we have our Thunderous Eye here with the Prankster ability. Leftovers this week, we are sub Nasty Plot, Thunderbolt, and Hidden Power Ice. It's a great set. We're running max speed, max special attack to make sure we can outspeed the Raichu. Ideally, I would like to make sure I can spread out these EVs a bit more for my special attack and my speed, but because of that Raichu, the damn Raichu and the damn Virizion, I have to run this much speed, and yeah, I just have to. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. This set is our win con. If I get to +2, even +4, then we can just win the game outright, because again, like I said, Bolt Beam coverage annihilates his entire team, and we do outspeed everything unless they're scarfed, so it's a great set this week. Our next mod is going to be our Tapu Bulu. Here we are running a Careful Nature Tapu Bulu, Swords Dance, Horn Leech, Superpower, and Stone Edge. This is our kind of pseudo Kyogre check. If we're at like 80%, we can always live a modest Kyogre's Ice Beam, which is amazing. If we're like 70%, we always live a Timid Ones. So Horn Leech will always OHKO back as well, even with no bulk, even with no attack investment, it'll OHKO back. We have some attack investment, so we can pretty much always OHKO back, even a max HP Kyogre. We should be fine there. We have a decent amount of special defense. Again, like I said, we are very specially bulky. This is our Kyogre answer. I was thinking about running a Assault Vest set, but it just really wasn't good to break too many things. I also was kind of worried about the what is it called, the Charizard coming in. A Flamethrower would still absolutely nuke me if I was Assault Vest with max special attack, so I kind of have to run it. Stone Edge is there to catch the Crobat or the Charizard on the switch, which didn't end up coming, so I can just click Horn Leech pretty much this entire game and just be set. At +2 with the Swords Dance, our Z Superpower will always OHKO I believe it's a no defense Klefki. It might, I'm not sure if it's no defense or if it's max HP, max defense, I can't remember, but it's definitely max HP will always drop, for sure. So very important there. Next up though, it'll always drop after a spike or after Stealth Rocks, that's what it is, there you go. Next up though, we have our final mon, which is Squad Goals of the Volbeat. We have Encore, Hidden Power Ice, Roost, and U-Turn. This is that I really love that Jay suggested. Encore is phenomenal. It's very, very, very good this matchup. It'll make sure the Zygarde, if it's trying to set up on me, or if it goes for 1,000 arrows, I can just Encore it into that, so it's stuck doing pitiful damage to me. I can lock the Virizion to something stupid like Leaf Blade or something, or Close Combat, which is going to do nothing to my Volbeat. Klefki's going to get locked into, I don't know, Toxic or Defog or Spikes or whatever, just that I can, it's just going to allow me to go into something else and just kind of go for a game from there, which is very important. I love the addition of Volbeat on the team. It is our Zygarde answer. It is, I guess, our Golem answer? No, not Golem, Virizion answer. So yeah, that's our team. Again, really sorry that it is on Showdown this week, but it is what it is. I had to kind of get this done, and I did not want to make it wait too long. I just could not reconnect. I could not get a good enough opportunity to redo this battle on Wi-Fi. So I'm sorry it's on Showdown. I'll do my best to make sure it's not on Showdown the rest of the season. There might be one battle because I'm moving, but we'll see what happens then. Anyways, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Looking at what he brought, Virizion, Klefki, Golem, Zygarde, Kyogre, and Raichu, I knew from the start, if he did not bring the Golem, I'm leading Groudon. If he did bring the Golem, I'm leading with my Bulu, because I know he needs to get rocks. Golem is his only rocker, Klefki is his only spiker. So I'm going to go ahead and lead off with my Bulu, as he's going to go ahead and lead off with his Golem. So very, very good that we got this lead right. I can just go for a Horn Leech, and I am expecting him to be a Constabulary Golem. So if I see leftovers, I'm happy, I'm staying in it, we're good. But if I don't, then I'm switching on to my Frostlass, expecting the explosion to come out. So he's going to gain back HP from Grassy Terrain, so he's not leftovers. He is Constabulary, that was you see right there. I'm going to switch out, I'm going to go into my Frostlass. So Frostlass is going to take, hopefully, this explosion. But unfortunately, no, it's the Rock Slide, and Rock Slide is going to come and KO our Frostlass. In the game, on Wi-Fi, we actually got the Curse Body there, so because of that, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to go hard into my Thunderous and just set up. He's either going to have Explosion, or he's going to have Earthquake as his last move, or probably those two as his last move. But no, I go for a sub, and he actually goes for the Sucker Punch. So very interesting there. I'm just going to set up right here. He's still disabled for, I think, 2 more turns after this, so I'm going to go for a Nasty Plot here, and then I can get up to +4 even, and just allow myself to kind of run through his entire team. We should be able to get a KO on absolutely everything at this range, so that's kind of my plan. Anyways, I'm going to go for the Nasty Plot here again. I'm at +4, and then maybe I misplay over here on this turn, but now that the terrain's gone, and at the same time, he's also no longer disabled at this point in time. So I'm thinking he could probably go for the Rock Slide. I would like to have my sub up, just in case he runs a... just because he's running a Scarf Zygarde or something, or a Scarf whatever that can kind of nuke me. I don't want that happening. So I decide not to set up again, and I think that was a misplay. I probably should have just set up one more time, gone to +6, and then kind of just gone for game, because at that point the only thing that could have stopped me is a Scarfer, and if it is Scarf, then I'll know, which is good. So yeah, and even then I can just set up a sub. I have priority. If he goes to the Kyogre or whatever, I can get that KO. If he goes into the Raichu, it won't KO me. So I think I misplayed here by not just going for another nasty plot, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ice here, and we are going to be able to get the KO on him after he breaks our sub with the Sucker Punch. I expect him to go for the Rock Slide there. He just went for the Sucker Punch. Would have been great had I gone to +6, but it is what it is, not the end of the world. We're now at 75%, just like we've taken rocks. Basically, we neutralized all of our sub damage. I can go for a Hidden Power Ice here, as we are not going to get the KO on the Virizion. Showing it's probably maybe Assault Vest, maybe it's max defense, max HP, max special defense, and he KOs us with Stone Edge. In the game, he actually crit us, and based on the damage he's going to do to our blue, I was pretty sure he had like no investment in attack at all. So I thought that crit definitely mattered, but he got the KO there, which is surprising. But anyways, he's going to go into this thing, and in the real game, he is going to go for the Zen Headbutt, and I think this turn he actually flinches us, right? Yeah, he flinches us, but in reality, in the game, he actually crit us here, which is really important, because instead of doing 20%, he did like 35% or whatever, 30%, and that's huge, because I got the KO with Horn Leech right after, so I'm going to go for the Horn Leech here. And one thing that does suck about this is we do lose a turn of grassy terrain, which does play a bit of a role later on. So I go for the Horn Leech. He went for the Grass Hunter because I KO'd him with the Horn Leech before. It was the move that did the least amount of damage. So he crit us there, and that crit was huge because of that crit, he was able to go into his Kyogre. Kyogre was now, if he was a timid nature, we always live to hit. Fantastic. If he's a modest nature, there is a 30% chance for him to get the KO on us. 30%, that's it. So there's a 70% chance for us to go and survive this hit. I felt like I could not switch out. I had to stay in with my Bulu here, get rid of this thing. I had to go for it. I also felt like there was no chance he wouldn't be timid. He wants speed tie my Groudon, which is very important. If he's a slower Kyogre, then I'm surprised why he didn't lead with it, because he would want to have the matchup be Kyogre versus Groudon right away. But I don't know, it is what it is. I'm going to just go for the Horn Leech here. Hopefully we can take this hit, and you're going to see here we take the hits. Over there, we did not take the hit. So that's why Swords Danced. We dropped. Very unfortunate. This is the turn that we could not recreate. We just couldn't get it done. So, or not this turn, but it was another turn. But Ice Beam comes out, and we are going to lose our Bulu. So very unfortunate. We actually lose out on 2 turns of grassy terrain there because of what is it called, the flinch that happened instead of the KO on the Virizion, and because it took 2 hits to KO or 2 hits to KO my what's it called, my Bulu. So this really sucks, and in reality over here, I didn't go into my Marini, I went into my Primal Groudon. The reason I'm going into my Marini now is because I need to switch out into my Groudon here to take an Ice Beam, because I actually missed my Precipice Blades on this thing. So yeah, I go into my Groudon here. He's going to go for the Ice Beam. It's going to do like 40% to us, I think, around that, and it really, really sucked because we had actually, we had missed our Precipice Blades, and at this point in time, this is where we are back to normal. This is where we are continuing along, and it's as if this is the same game we're continuing, and this is where we're done recreating basically. So I'm gonna go for the Precipice Blades over here, and we miss again. So yeah, at this point I was like, I'm done. I honestly felt like just like tearing up. I was like so pissed, and God, I think that I land this last Precipice Blades, which is just great. I lose my Groudon though, so Kyogre gets 2 kills, 1 because of a crit and 1 because of 2 misses. I was so disappointed. Right here, I go into my Marine. I'm like, this game's over. I have 2 walls left. My attacking moves on this thing, I have Hidden Power Ice on my Volbeat, I have Icy Wind on my Marini, and I U-turn my Volbeat. That's it. That's it. How am I going to win this game? So I'm just going to go, I'm kind of just like going through the motions away. I'm going to go for Toxic Spike here. I expect him to switch out into something. He goes into the Zygarde. I'm surprised he didn't go into the Raichu here, but he went to Zygarde instead. Whatever. I'm going to go and switch out into my Volbeat, as he is actually going to whip out the Z move here, and it's going to be the Grounding Z, so I'm assuming it's a Tectonic Rage. It's not Tectonic Rage, it's a Z 1000 Arrows. So that is a decent chunk of damage to me. I'm going to Roost up and see what he wants to do. If he goes for a Sludge Wave or an Iron Tail or a Dragon move, I'm just going to Encore him in and just going to play from there. So he has shields to the Stone Edge here, doing just over half to me, but with recovery from leftovers and my Roost, I should be able to stall this thing out. So I go for a Roost again, and hopefully he can miss an attack. He goes to the Sludge Wave though, which is great for me because I haven't revealed the Encore yet, and I can just go for that now. So I'm going to go for the Encore here, and we are going to keep this thing from using anything but Sludge Wave. Now, as long as it doesn't poison us, and it's a 10% chance, so if he gets that chance, I'll be really disappointed. We should be fine here. We should be able to beat the Zygarde and lower the differential from a 4-0 to a 3-0, maybe even a 2-0, depending on what he goes into. So I go for the Roost again. I'm back to full. At this point, I've taken the least amount of damage I could possibly take. I'm going to go for Hidden Power Ice here, and we are going to be able to do a decent chunk of damage to the Zygarde. I should do like 40%-ish to this thing, maybe 30%, and yeah, we end up getting a sorry, I'm going to mute my phone. We ended up getting a crit there on the Zygarde to do just about half to him. So he's going to be able to go for a Stone Edge here. He misses the Stone Edge. Fine by me. I believe I go for a Hidden Power Ice over here. So he misses again. So that's kind of a bit of justice, just a little bit of justice. And we're going to drop him down to 33%, as I can go for another HP Ice here. He goes for Stone Edge and he crits us. And that crit, again, is huge. I would have much rather he just didn't crit us, but he hit those last two Stone Edges. We would have been fine to win this game still. But now, because of that crit, I'm in such a shitty position. He could just go into his Raichu and just nuke me, which is what he does. He goes into the Raichu here, and he's going to just go ahead and go for the T-Bolt. And we're going to see here that crit matters even more now, because he actually ends up being a Life Orb Raichu. So if he wasn't a Life Orb, then we would have been golden. We could have just Roost-All him out, which is amazing. We could have won with Poison Chip, but no, because he's Life Orb, he needs to get a min roll this time, and he gets a low roll this time. I don't know if it was a minimum roll or not, or if the other one was a high roll or whatever it was. We lived the hit. At this point in time, I'm going to Roost up one more time, and he's kind of getting pissed off. He's like, wow, I can't believe this thing is just recovering back all the HP. It's because of the leftovers. I'm going to go for Knockoff. And at that point, I'm like, you messed up. I'm going to go for the Encore here. I'll go for an Encore, as he is going to be taking more poison damage, and at this point he is locked into the Knockoff. He's taking 26% or 22% per turn from damage, just off of Life Orb and off Toxic. So I'm going to Roost up again and get back to almost full, as he's going to go for another Knockoff. Put us down at just about half, as he will now drop to the Toxic Spike. So the Toxic Spike from Marini is the MVP right now. It's just done so much work. In comes the Kyogre though, so we brought it down to a 2-0 at the very worst, which is amazing. In comes the Kyogre, like I said. I'm going to switch out and go into my Marini, as he is going to go for the Origin Pulse. And this thing is going to do a lot of damage to us. Like, my god, that's a lot of damage, 49%. We're in range, which sucks. I'm going to switch out. I'm thinking I can still kind of win this. I have a small chance. I can do it. I know I can. I go into my Volbeat just to sack it off, and he goes for the Aqua Ring, which is like, okay, you messed up again because of Encore. So I'm going to go for the Encore here, and I'm pretty sure because of Aqua Ring, he can't even switch out. So he's stuck, and he can't switch out. He has to go for Aqua Ring, and I can just Roost up my health. He's going to drop. Aqua Ring only heals 6%. Poison takes away 12. We're going to be able to get the KO here. So we're going to be able to move to, at worst, it's going to be a 1-0. So this is insane. We get rid of this Primal Kyogre. Right now, our two walls, our Volbeat and our Marini, two of our worst ones. I believe these were our last two picks, actually. They are putting in the work against a damn Primal. This is insane. In comes the Klefki though. This is the big challenge, because he is not affected by the Toxic Spike. And at this point, I'm going to put this to hyper fast speed, because this lasts for a while. Yeah, this game, we decided to end it on turn 66, and you're going to see why. So I'm just going to go for Icy Winds. I'm going to chip him down. I can potentially get the win here just through normal means by just going for Icy Wind until he drops. I should have enough as long as I don't miss too many. We should be fine. His only attacking move is Foul Play. He's got Defog, Spike, Toxic, and Foul Play. He Toxic my Volbeat. The reason he's not going for the Defog is because of if he goes for that, he loses the Stealth Rocks and the Spikes, which means my Volbeat can just come in for free, and yeah, I can just keep switching out, in and out, and be fine. So he can't really go for that. And at this point here, I see he is Aqua Berry, which means I can't break this thing. It's just going to come down to a PP stall. Whoever's going to win is going to win by, what is it called? By, trying to think of the name of it, PP stalling and struggle. That's it. So because of that, at this point in time, we're on turn 65. We start talking, and we're like, okay, who has more PP? I have more PP. I win the game. Yeah. So we win this battle 2-0 because we had Marini still had, let me see, I think if you add all these numbers, 28, 10, 7, 45, went into like 90, and him, he had 10, 28, 2, and I think he had whatever Defog gets. I can't remember, I don't know if Defog's 32 or something like that. I think it's that. So we end up winning because we had more moves available to us. So that's insane. We win this game. We should not have won this game because we got hacked quite a bit, but we end up coming through behind our walls because of the damn Toxic Spike. If we didn't have Toxic Spike, this game would have been over. We would have lost. We would have been 4-0'd. Instead, we get a 2-0 win because of it. This does not count as a 2-1. It counts as a 2-0 because we are. If we played on Showdown, because we played on Showdown, this game could technically just go on forever. So it would have to end with someone struggling to death, and that would be him first. So because that's a 2-0, we just decided that would be the best course of action. So, 2-0 win. We end up going, what, -1 and -1 in our first two games. One of them we should have won 1-0, except we choked it away. This time we end up picking up a win and going back to 0 differential. So we were 1-2 with a 0 differential, and we just came back from an almost impossible deficit. My God. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on the video, okay? If any video deserves it of mine, it's definitely this one here. I can't believe we actually came back from it. I was so down in the dumps. I was so discouraged, and we actually managed to come back and do it. It was insane. I just can't believe it still. Like, I was, even after the battle, still like disappointed, like upset with all the hacks that was going against me, and we actually pulled it out. So GG to Willy. I'm still really salty about a lot of the hacks because I lost my Groudon for nothing. But it's not the end of the world, and I'm so happy that Marine and Volbeworld come through for us. That's just incredible. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, again, make sure to like on the video. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Make sure to check out Willy. His channel link is linked in the description below, just like his Twitter, and just like the rest of the coaches in the BBL. And if you guys have not already, make sure to go and join the Discord server, which is linked there in every single one of my videos. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time.